I'm back. I know. It's been a while, but hear me out. Life has been happening. So sorry, but I'm here now. So, I have some things for you. How are you? I'm great. Welcome to Me Is Watching. Look what I did.
Hooray!
Thank you. Have you ever thought to yourself while watching one of your favorite TV shows or TV series, these characters, all while great, should not have ended up together? I have. So, we're going to talk about it today. Today, we're going to talk about some of the characters of my favorite TV shows that I feel should not have ended up together. Okay? Come along. Now, while all these characters are great, there are times I feel that the writers will put these characters together and they ship them so badly that they have to end up together, regardless of if they fit, in my opinion. Number one, New Girl. Now, I am a New Girl fan. I love New Girl, the whole cast, the whole gang. I love them all. However, Nick and Jess. Hear me out. I know what it sounds like. I know what you guys are hearing. I'm hearing it too. These two characters are really great and they had a great will they, won't they situation in the beginning. Ultimately, I don't think these two should have ended up together. I think they tried their luck in the beginning. We were hoping that something would happen between them. We saw the little spark, the little bit of chemistry, and they did what they needed to do. And in season 3, they finally made it happen and they got together. And it was great for what it was and while it lasted. And then it was over. And I think that's where they should have left it. That's just my opinion. Please don't come for me. The reason why I feel that way is because there are so many other characters that have come along that Jess has dated that to me seem like they fit her way more. And when she broke up with these characters, it wasn't really an actual reason other than she wasn't ready to commit or there was something that was holding her back. And I guess the viewers, for my opinion, I think that it would be because she was waiting for Nick or trying to see what would happen with Nick. I could be wrong, but there were many other characters that I felt like were more compatible. She never really gave it a shot. Now, with all that being said, the person I feel like Jess should have ended up with was Sam. Sam was the man. Sam was the man with the plan. Sam was the person she should have ended up with. She met him at the bar, posing as someone he met on a dating app. And, while they started off not really knowing each other, there's chemistry there. You could see that there was something there between them. They ended up in a relationship. I feel like out of all the people that she has been with, her and Sam were the most compatible. So much so that after they broke up in season 2, I could be wrong, or 3, they brought him back seasons later to rekindle what they had. And I feel like if Nick, or this idea of her and Nick being together, wasn't standing in the way, she would have been perfect with Sam. And I know that they had her break up with him because he was in love with his doctor friend, but I also feel like that was because they needed him to go so that they can bring back this Nick and Jess situation. And I love Nick, don't get me wrong, I love Nick, but I also feel like we never really got a chance to explore Nick with other people other than Caroline, only simply because they wanted him to be with Jess. So I don't think they should have been together. Moving on. Number 2. For me, it would be Mindy and Danny from the Mindy Project. Now, Mindy and Danny, to me, they barely gave off friend vibes. Danny gave me someone that would never have been Mindy's choice to begin with, or her being his choice. They, to me, were so uncompatible. There was never, to me, a time where I was just like, oh, I kind of like this. Even when there was signs of them kind of having feelings for one another, I just thought, I see it, but there's just so many other people that I feel like she's dating or she could date. And then I also felt like he treated her like trash. Like, broke up her relationships with people just to treat her like trash. So that, to me, was a train wreck. I'm just dip it in there, throw it in there. I'm just throw it in there. You guys can catch it for what it is. Moving on. Now we're gonna go to one of my favorite shows. That is Friends. So the next characters I feel like should not have ended up together are Phoebe and Mike. There are some Friends stans out here, so I am treading lightly with this one, but I'm just saying, if we're being completely honest, and I get it, opposites attract, and you know, sometimes your partner can be night, you could be day, and you know, you could be quirky and they could be serious, and it blends well and it works together. But to me, when you have characters or past characters that have had better chemistry with these people, you kind of want to see that together. Now, I had always had a longing in my heart for Phoebe to end up with my man David. David was the choice, the ultimate choice for her. And I just feel like they gave that whole, he was up there doing work, he had to go back, so he couldn't be there. I hate the fact that when he was finally free of his job and able to be with her, that she was with Mike, and they rushed that storyline so much so that she ended up choosing Mike. And I just feel like, I don't know if that's something that would have happened. They had such an undeniable chemistry, in my opinion, that it was worth seeing where it went with him. And it was just sad that it didn't happen. And I don't know, David's gonna be the favorite choice for me. Could you imagine seeing David and Phoebe together in the friends group, hanging out, just as quirky and crazy with each other? That would have been a dream to see. Love Paul Rudd, love him to death, love Mike for someone else, but David should have been the ultimate choice for Phoebe, and I'm gonna stand on that one. But I know what you guys thought. You guys thought I was gonna say these other characters, and you're right. My last choice for people I feel like should not have ended up together. I know I'm gonna make somebody mad when I say this. Monica and Chandler. I'm gonna give you guys a minute to process it. Don't come for me. I get it. Now, you guys know good and well that relationship was more so out of loneliness and desperation for the moment. You guys know Monica always wanted to be married. You know, Monica wanted to have kids, you know, all of that stuff. And seeing her brother getting married in a beautiful place, and place that she had once wanted to like have her dream wedding, and feeling like she was old and having the pressures of her mother telling her that when she's gonna get married and find somebody, and losing the love of her life because he was old as hell for whatever reason. And he wasn't in the place that she was in. You guys know she ran to Chandler, and we've all had that, you know, this isn't really a likely pair, but it happened because, you know, we have those moments, so I get it. But I think that it was hard to kind of break the relationship up after it progressed, just simply because they were two of the main characters, and that is why they kept them together. Because most of the situation was just Monica teaching Chandler how to pretty much be in a relationship, just pretty much navigating everything. We know that she's a dominant person and she's tough, and she knows how to assert herself and knows what she wants. But in actuality, like, as much as I love Chandler, as much as I love Monica, they should not have ended up together. You see how they tried to do it with Rachel and Joey, and they switched that real quick. Once we were like, what? No, they ended that right then and there and went right back to the regularly scheduled program, which is Ross and Rachel. We don't play those games over here. Don't bring her with no Joey. Okay, stop that. Chandler and Monica, they should not have ended up together. And then when they brought Richard back, finally, he was ready for everything. And I know that happens in life where people decide, you know, they don't want one thing and then they realize they can't live without this person. I just hate the fact that because these characters were so beloved, that they could not break them up without it being some type of backlash. How would they have broken these characters up without one of them having to leave the friend group when they were such popular characters? And I think that's the only reason why they didn't break them up. Now, I could be wrong, but I don't think Monica and Chandler had anything on Monica and Richard. Now, you guys know Monica should have ended up with Richard. And even I'll give you one for Chandler. I think Chandler should have ended up with Kathy. As cheating as she was, they, to me, had the best chemistry. Not Janice. And there's not really other people that he's really been with like that stood out like that. But he should have ended up with Kathy. She should have been the person for him. And Monica should have ended up with Richard. I've said my piece about it. Please don't tear me up. Those are my thoughts for some of my favorite shows on the characters I feel like should not have ended up together. You can let me know your thoughts down below in the comments on who you think should have ended up together. Am I right? Some of these characters I'm talking about, have you seen these shows? Am I talking about something that makes sense to you? Or am I completely wrong? Let me know in the comments. Also, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and yeah, I'll be back again soon with something else for you guys. All right? Bye.